Your Garmin can remind you to eat during your run, and it is so easy to set up. To set up your own custom fueling reminders, just hit the top right button as if you're about to start your run. But before you do, there's a couple of settings we need to change. When we go into our run, we're just going to hit this middle left button here, and you're going to see a bunch of options. You're going to scroll down until you see more settings. Under here, you're going to see alerts, and here is where you can set whatever custom alerts that you want. So here we're just going to add a completely new alert, and there's tons of options here. You can go based on heart rate, whether you're walking, pace, time, distance, calories, all sorts of stuff, but we just want the custom option right at the top. This is where you'll find fueling reminders, so it can remind you to drink, it can remind you to eat, or even to turn around and head back home. So if we select eat, we're going to get a couple of different options. You can choose to set it at regular time intervals, whether you want to take a gel every half an hour, or you could even go with a preset distance. So every 5 kilometers, you're going to take a gel or take a drink, whatever you want. We're going to go for reminders every 30 minutes. We just hit tick on there, and now you've got your custom alert all set up. You can go in, turn this on and off depending on the run you're doing. You can tell it to repeat or not if you only want it to go off once, and you can even give your own custom messages if you want to give yourself a little boost along the way. And that's just one of the features hidden deep in the menus of your Garmin. By the end of this video, you'll know how to add your Parkrun barcode to your watch, how to race against yourself, and even have your watch pace you to a new PB. And yes, I know they're not technically hidden, but Garmin watches are packed full of so many features, and some of them are buried so deep in the menus that they may as well be hidden. Maybe you knew all of these existed anyway, maybe I'm just slow. But hey, at least I didn't call them hacks. Now feature number 2 is a really useful one, especially if you run parkrun. So we're going to add the Parkrun barcode to your watch so that when you finish your parkrun, instead of having to run with your phone and then having to faff about trying to find your barcode, you can have it ready to go on your watch. You just scan it and you're done. And the way that we do this is via a completely free app on the Garmin Connect IQ app store. All you have to do is head to the Connect IQ app store on your phone, head to search, and then just start searching for Parkrun. There's going to be a bunch of apps that will all do the same thing, but I particularly like this one from Gasteropod? The second one in the list. Choose this one, hit install, and within a few seconds, you'll see a confirmation message pop up on your watch that the app has been installed. Then all that's left to do is head back to the app on the Connect IQ app store, hit settings, and here you'll be prompted to add in all of your details. So your parkrun number, your full name, your emergency contact details, and all the details you enter here are going to show up on your barcode when you scan it. You can even add multiple parkrun IDs to one watch, which is great if you're running with family members or if your friends are just particularly forgetful. Once you've added this information, just scroll down your main menu on your Garmin watch. You'll see an option that says Parkrun Barcode. Tap on that, you'll see the barcode come up, or you even get a QR code, which is easier to scan. Now this next one is particularly good if you run on your own a lot because it helps you learn how to pace yourself properly. Most Garmins have a function called Virtual Partner, which is like having a little running partner, but on your wrist. You set yourself a target pace, let's say 5 minutes per kilometer, and your watch gives you a little digital pacer to race against. It shows you if you're ahead or behind your target pace, which can teach you how to pace yourself properly. And sometimes you're running on your own, you're not really feeling it, your legs kind of hurt, and there's no one else around to hold you accountable, so you can just pause your watch and stop for a bit if you want. Having a virtual partner just gives you that extra bit of motivation to keep going when normally you might have stopped, which is going to make you that tiny bit more consistent, but it all adds up. And the best part is you don't need to set this one up every time you go for a run. We're going to add it as a data screen so that it's always there when you need it. To set up Virtual Partner on your watch, from the home screen, hold down the up button and just scroll down to Activities and Apps. From here, you're going to select Run, Run Settings, and then Data Screens. This is going to show you all of the data screens that you've got currently set up. If you scroll to the bottom, you're going to see Add New. We're going to hit that and then just scroll down until you see Virtual Partner. Now I'm going to set a pace of 5 minutes per kilometer, just confirm that, and then add it to the bottom of the list. So now whenever you go to start your run, you just go select your run as normal as soon as you start it. And then once it's started, just scroll down through your data screens. Depending on where you've put it, you're going to see this screen now, which will show you your average pace through your run. And you can see where my little red man is not moving because I'm sat at my desk. But my virtual pacer, my little running buddy, is running behind me. And as I start to fall behind, you're going to start to see the gap increase between the two. You'll also get a handy little summary of how far ahead or behind your target you are. Super useful feature to give you a little bit of an extra push, especially if you're as petty and competitive like I am. God, look how far behind he's getting. Now, feature number 4 isn't specifically a running function, but it is a great way to access all of your most used parts of the watch without having to go through all of the specific menus. So you may know already that you have something called a quick control menu. And if you hold down the top left button on your watch here, you'll see the quick control menu with all of your favorite shortcuts. So you can see I can power the watch off, I can set my alarm, turn battery saver mode on, music, sleep mode, whatever. So there's a bunch of options here, but some of them I use, some of them I don't, and we could do with tidying it up a little bit. Now, whilst you're in this menu, if you just hold down the middle left button here or hold your finger on the screen, you're going to see an option to add, reorder, or remove controls. So we can take away the stuff we don't really use, we can move them around so that everything we need is easy to access, and then we can add a bunch of the extra features that we do use a lot. So first up, let's just go to remove and get rid of some of the fluff. Now, I never use the clocks function, so whilst that's selected, I can just hit this top right button and it's gone. Music controls, I do use those. Find my phone, I use that a lot. God, I'm always losing my phone. And then touch will keep, sleep mode will keep, display will keep. Weather is already in my menu, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, so now we've freed up some space. Let's come out of there and go into add. Now I'd like to be able to turn airplane mode on and off quickly, so if I just scroll down to airplane mode and then hit the plus here, that now disappears from here, which means it's gone into my quick control menu. So we back out here and you'll see the option here now for airplane mode. And then if I want to move airplane mode to a different place in this menu, again, hold middle left, we're going to go to reorder, and then just select the option we want. You'll see these two little arrows are going to appear either side of it, which means you can now use the up and down button to just move that around. So let's just stick that up here next to the power button. And that's it. So now when I go back into the quick control menu, all I have to do is hold that top left button down, and I've got my freshly reordered menu with all of my favorites that I need. So I don't need to go through any other menus. They always say you should give jobs to a lazy person because rather than working harder, they'll just find a quicker way to do them. It's me, I'm the lazy person. Now the fifth and final tip that I've got for you in this video, and quite possibly my favourite one of them all, is that your Garmin can pace you to a new PB because it's got a specific mode in the run section where you tell it what distance you're running, the time that you want to do it in, and it will add a couple of extra screens to your run which give you all the detail you need. So the distance that you've got left, the pace that you're averaging, the pace that you need to average, and how far ahead or behind you are, which just gives you that extra push to help keep you on track through the whole run for that PB. It's also super easy to set up when you know how. Again, just hit that workout button as if you're going to go for a run. We're going to go into run here. And now when I hit this middle left button to go into my menu, you've got an option called training. Now this is going to vary depending on the model of watch that you've got. On this Epix that I've got here, it's going to say training and then quick workout. But on the Forerunner models, it says something like set a target, but they both mean the same thing. So on mine here, we're going to go quick workout, and then you've got a few options here. Now we're going to go with distance and time so that we can just set our distance and our time. And so let's say I want to get my first sub 25 minute 5K. All we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here until we get to the 5K distance. I'm going to enter it manually. And we're going to go for 24:59 just to be on the safe side. Great, hit accept. And then when you start your run, similar to the virtual partner function, when you scroll down, you're going to see these extra screens. So you're going to see your little virtual pacer man, your estimated finish time, how far ahead or behind your target you are. And if you want only the numbers that matter, you just scroll down one more, you'll see this extra screen to tell you how far you've got left, what your estimated finish time is, and the pace that you're averaging across your run up until that point. Super, super helpful because it strips away all of the unnecessary information. It gives you only the numbers that you need to care about so that you can just focus on running and preferably not dying. Make sure you're subscribed if any of these were helpful or if you didn't know any of them existed. I've got a bunch more videos coming on how to get the most out of your gear to help you improve your running.